Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, and Jarom.
All right, well, hello everybody, and welcome into episode 45.
45.
We just talked about
Yes, we did.
this.
But he also threw out 46 of me, and I was getting confused.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. He's already planning ahead.
So
45
no
of the of the Windy City Bender Podcast with your host of the most, Poets. How are ya? And Nolly.
Hey.
And Jarom.
How's it going, boys?
We also got Maple here.
But August.
our cute little mascot. So, sorry it's been so long. Life is crazy for the three of us, and
Especially you right now.
Well, the four of us.
Oh yeah, the four of us. Maple counts. Yeah. So, sorry about that. We hope to start to figure out a schedule here pretty soon, to where we can actually start throwing out some regular podcasts as the season starts going. So,
That was after that.
Yeah. So for today, I think we'll just start with just some predictions here. We'll start with the Eastern Conference, and our next one will be Western, and we'll just save one episode for the Hawks. So
a whole episode of what, Nolly?
What's that?
A whole episode of what, Nolly? Hot Stock?
A whole episode of the Hawks.
Yeah, so Hot Stock?
Hawk Stock.
I was hoping.
Whole episode of Hawks! I couldn't hear you.
Downside of still not recording in the same location.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll be fine. So, what else is new here, fellas? How's life? If Jeremy got family in town, eh?
Yeah, family in town. What's new with you, Poets?
I'm a lot of things. I'm head coaching a college team out of nowhere, so that's fun. I'm excited for that. But yeah, life is kind of crazy. Bri, how are you?
Oh, just on my fourth job since I started the podcast, so I'm doing great.
Nolly was actually a helping hand for a couple days this week and trying to get the Willowbrook Ice Arena underway.
Yeah,
for a couple days.
Yeah, hurry up so we can fucking play beer league there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that rink is, talk about somebody being behind on something. Holy shit. That rink is extremely behind.
Yeah, when Dice said we were going to start October, in the early October, and then Nolly sends the snap of a gravel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was supposed to be done September 1st. So, just sit there.
Yeah. Well, you're talking, the super cool thing about what they're doing is they're laying it down with sand.
Yeah.
That was the cool thing that you were telling me.
Yeah, so I was talking to the head manager, and it's pretty cool because I didn't know exactly how they go about making rinks. But there's two ways, and you can either do pavement or sand. The sand is way cheaper, but way more of a pain in the ass because you have to level it off perfectly around the whole rink. But it costs $6,000 to install the sand when it costs $130,000 for one sheet of ice of pavement. And
holy shit!
Yeah, and also with the sand, you can keep the coolants for the rink at a higher level, so it doesn't have to be as cold in the rink. So I learned that fun facts about hockey stuff.
Science.
So I'm working on the podcast when we're not actually around.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so I guess we'll jump into it. 9 days till NHL starts. 10 for the Hawks. So.
Is it the third?
Yeah.
NHL.
Fourth.
No, NHL.
NHL, I believe, is the fourth.
The third.
Third? Oh,
Bet.
Leafs
have a game on the third. Montreal.
All right. Well, I was given false information.
Well, you also said 9 for the NHL.
It is 9, yeah, because the Hawks start a day after the NHL.
So you had it right.
I thought the Hawks were on the 5th, though.
No, they're on the 4th.
On the 4th?
They 4th, 6th, 7th.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Right.
You had it, though.
Yeah, we were there. We were on it.
We're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, just different days.
At all.
We're just It's okay. It's been a minute. So we'll start. We'll start with the Metro division, which
The one
last
division I
year,
research on
which last year turned out the Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals.
after turning out the back-to-back Pittsburgh Penguins.
Right.
So it's the Metro's league.
A lot of high hopes. A lot of high hopes going into the season for the division.
Exactly. I think let's
You
just
wanna
go.
start?
Let's go alphabetically. So we'll start with Carolina.
I hope
You
that's how
want?
you said
You know what? Hey, let me give you the standings real quick, just where they finished.
Yep. Let's do it.
So you got Washington, Pittsburgh, Philly, Columbus, New Jersey. Those are the playoff teams. Then you had Carolina, the Islanders, the Rangers, and that was it.
Well, I can tell you one thing: the Rangers are going to stay right where they're at. They are not going to move.
You sure they're not going to battle with Islanders?
Very bad hockey team. No, I think the Islanders will be all right. We'll get into that though. We'll get into the whole New York battle. But Carolina, I guess first and foremost, brand new coach Rod Brindamore, former captain.
100% man.
Yeah,
Completely yoked.
no fat
Heard
on
it's
him at all.
under 1% body fat.
Yeah, so
Crushes diamonds between his pecs.
That-
Yeah.
that right there, that one. Probably the scariest cup lift I've ever seen before it came from Rod Brindamore because he's just screaming and his eyes are like bulging out of his head. So, think he'll be a good coach though. I think he'll be a good coach. He had the leader's mentality as captain for
He's been
Carolina.
assistant coach around there for a while too.
Yeah.
So it's not 100% new territory,
Right.
but it is, but it isn't.
right.
So and he's obviously been with Carolina for a long time. So
Exactly.
playing and coaching. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fit for them.
Yeah. What did you have additions and subtractions?
Well, also before that, Justin Williams named captain.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
news: Mr. Game 7 is now rocking the C. I guess you can spell. Well, here we go. Guess you can spell 7 with a C now.
Mhm.
And also, I don't know if you guys heard, but he announced that he would pay for if you had a Williams jersey to get the C embroidered on it all the way up until opening night.
What
Good
Yeah.
guy, Justin Williams.
guy?
Yeah. So I thought that was dope.
How do you
So
go
on
about
the-
that though?
I'm sure if you brought it into like the team store and you said you needed to see it, they would just mark it down and take it off his tab. But yeah, I heard that, so that's pretty dope.
That's really
Thought that
cool.
was a good move.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Puts the fans in the seats. You know,
Well, they need it.
All 7.
all 7 of them.
The game 7s.
Jarom, what'd you have for additions and subtractions for Carolina?
So the main ones I saw for additions was Dougie Hamilton. Came for that trade.
Mm-hmm.
You guys made a weird face there for a second.
Now, because Maple turned her head as soon as you started talking. She was like,
Oh. Peter Mrazek, they signed free agency. Calvin DeHaan, they signed free agency. Cliff Pugh or Pugh, whatever.
Yeah.
They brought him. You know, the big accusation for Jeff Skinner. For key losses, Lindholm and Hannafin, which were part of the Dougie Hamilton trade. They lost Cam Ward to the Chicago Blackhawks and traded Jeff Skinner for literally nothing.
Yeah. I think that Noah Hannafin trade was big. I think losing Jeff Skinner is going to have a bigger effect on them than they thought
Yeah.
originally. They don't have too much on the front end. Obviously, they've got Tavo and Sebastian Aho, but they don't have much else. You know?
Yeah, that was gonna be like one of my main points. That looking at their front end, it's gonna be rough. I mean, right now their projected lines, they got Aho on first line center, and then their first round draft pick this year,
Andrei
Svechnikov.
I was waiting for someone else to say.
Which they
'cause
have high hopes for, but I mean, it's his first year. I mean, I don't know, but it's.
He put up some good numbers last year with Barry Colts. 40 goals, 32 assists for 72 points.
Yeah.
In 44 games.
So yeah, and then you got Tavo second line, and then your third line you're rocking Jordan Staal and Justin Williams, which isn't a terrible third line, but man, those were only back in the early 2000s. Would have been a great line. I mean, their defense though, looking at their D, not terrible.
You could actually argue that the D got a little bit better, even though they gave up Noah Hannafin. You could argue it a little bit because Dougie's probably going to be pretty solid for them back there.
Their top four is good.
Calvin DeHaan is he's very solid. He's a very underrated, solid defenseman on the back end. So
and throwing him with it's projected with him with Falk. Like Falk's a good puck moving defenseman.
That's the big question though: is Falk going to stay?
If they haven't moved him by now, I'm saying he's staying for meow.
Yeah.
You think at least
until trade deadline?
See what's out there.
Yeah. What does he have left on his contract? How many years?
I had Kid Friendly open. Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
So I think that might not be the main question. Obviously,
Falk's got 2 years left.
Question is going to be in net because Scott Darling was literally, and by literally I actually mean literally, the worst goaltender in the NHL last year.
Yeah, so fuck all of you Crawford haters that said we should have traded Crawford because that I knew it wouldn't last. I mean, he could definitely have a bounce back year this year, but I don't see it.
He's definitely going to be better than last year because there's no way he could be worse.
I think Mrazek's going to be a good pickup for them.
Peter Mrazek is going to be their number one.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's going to
no doubt in my mind.
Darling.
And at $1.5 million,
yeah,
that's a steal.
And Falk's got 2 years left. And they also have TVR Rocket down there.
I forgot about TVR.
Yep.
They got him for 2 more years as well. He just resigned.
That's helpful for sure.
How do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think another big thing for Carolina too is the fact that their owner is a complete dickwad, complete idiot.
That was actually my main story to watch out for them this year. Is this owner gonna just ruin this club?
Yeah, I mean they're on the track to be Ottawa 2.0 here.
Yeah, he came out and said that he's not moving the team, but he has done nothing to show that he wants to keep the team there. He came out and said, "Hey, yeah, I want to sign a new fucking GM, but hey, your salary's $750,000." Excuse me, a baking powder? Because that's not NHL.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe AHL, probably not. Also,
probably not.
Like that's not NHL numbers.
No,
for anything really. So yeah, that's kind of an embarrassment.
Yeah,
I'd say.
And there was the story about him telling the scouts that they can watch games on TV. They don't need to actually physically go there, and that they were going to cover all the
pay
bills.
Their cell phone bills.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like,
yeah,
he's a businessman.
Yeah,
he's not an owner.
He's trying to cut corners. Yeah,
and as we learned by Bill Wirtz firsthand, does not work.
No, does not work one bit. How do we feel about the Carolina Hurricanes playoff team, non-playoff team?
I want to say they're hopeful, but at the same time, like I can't say like count them out completely. You know what I mean? Like they're a bubble on being good or bad to me. Not even a bubble of making the playoffs. They're just a bubble like they're either going to be a solid team like they were last year with the 83 points, or they're just going to be complete dog shit.
There were points last year where they went on runs and people were like, this team could actually possibly do something at some point.
2 seasons
going
ago.
Into the year last year,
because 2 seasons ago they had that run at the end, like that Coyotes run.
I mean, they were a game above 500 and they had 11 OT losses. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You win
half of those? Yeah.
I mean, you take 5 points, even 6 points. Say you're at 89 points there. I mean, that's a big jump. You're still not in the playoffs.
Still not in the playoffs.
But that's a big jump. Yeah, no. That's a hard no on the playoffs for the Carolinas.
Hard no.
Um,
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't think they make it. I think they're probably right about where they were last year. I think I had them pegged 5th in the Metro. So
I got him back at 6th.
Well, 5th in the Metros puts them in a wild card spot.
It's funny, like the Metro, like just looking at it as a whole, like, I mean, you got Washington. I mean, we'll get into everything, obviously, but I mean, you got Washington where it's like they just won the cup and like they were always the Capitals.
Yeah.
Like they could always hit the second round. Now they won the cup and it's like they're old. Are they going to do anything? Then you got Pittsburgh, who's going to make the playoffs, but they're either going to win the cup or
right.
Yeah, since we will talk about it, like that's what I noticed when I was going through both conferences. It was either like, okay, this team's really too young, or this team's getting old.
Like, yeah, and then, I mean, just comparing it to the Atlantic, it's like I don't think a ton of Metro teams are going to make the playoffs with the wild card spot. But then it's like, because you got Tampa, Boston, and Toronto in the other division. But then it's also like, oh, and then you just have Florida and Detroit. Like Florida's going to be good, but like Detroit probably won't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. There might be a bunch of teams from the Metro in again. But yeah, sorry. You can keep going through.
Well, one of those teams that I think is going to end up back in is Columbus, which is the next team on our list. I think they're going to end up back in. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, and a lot of it hinges on Artemi Panarin coming back.
That's where
That's my story for them this year. Is will they pull an Islanders?
If he comes back, number one, is he going to be happy, and is he going to play as well as he did last year?
Yes. 100%.
And number two,
no, pause. He's 100% going to play as good as he did last year. He's actually going to play better because he's going to be a contract year.
Well, that's what I mean.
He wants to get fucking paid.
If he does, is he going to get re-upped, or is he?
He's not going to get re-upped.
Is he going to get chipped off somewhere?
I think he basically told him that he's not signing with them.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying he's gone by trade deadline.
I think
some people are still saying that he's probably going to be gone before the start of the season.
I don't know.
If the package is good, if they can get a good package for him, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know, because if you can use him to get you into a playoff spot, and you can trade him, get something good, and I mean, take it into the playoffs again at the trade deadline. Just ride it out to the playoffs and get maybe a first round exit again. You got a little more experience for all you guys in the playoffs. Why not hold out? And a team is going to pay, I think, a hell of a lot more at the trade deadline than they would right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's when everybody will be desperate.
That he doesn't want to be there. So, I don't know. Actually, that's weird because, like, thinking about it, like, why would a team make a move at the trade deadline when they know they can just wait a couple more months and just sign him as a free agent?
It would be that contender team that, you know.
Yeah. Like, I could see him if Tampa's not going to struggle this year, but if Tampa's in a spot where they could use a little help up front and they could make a trade for Artemi at the trade deadline, why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean,
or what if it's like kind of like
you don't want to lose something.
What if it's like a 2015 Hawks situation when Kane goes down, so they can use it to pick him up? You know what I mean, and use it their way, so that way they get their cup. They could possibly get their cup.
Yeah.
Well, or you could think of it this way, kind of like going along the same lines of what you were saying, Jarom. I mean, why wait to pick him up after the year and sign him when you can have him already on your team and gelling with the guys going into playoffs and
well, a team like Tampa is not going to be able to sign him.
Well, that was just an example that I was giving out.
No, I know, but I'm saying like most of the teams that can sign him and get him big money
probably aren't going to be in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's no need to waste anything. So I mean, he could get dealt to like Tampa and then just not re-sign, and then Tampa's crossing their fingers they win the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Make it all worth it. I don't know. There's
there's a lot.
Anything could happen.
There's a lot. Well, Columbus.
Not only that, but I mean, just looking at last year, I mean, with Brett I thought they were going to actually pull off. Everybody was picking them against the Caps last year. I was like, why the fuck would you pick them? And then they went and won 2 straight, and I was like, fucking Bread's all over the place right now. And then they took 4 straight L's. And, that's first round KO.
Yeah.
So that's a tough pill to swallow.
They added Nash, R Nash, but not the R Nash that they thought they were going to end up getting. It's Riley Nash, who's actually a pretty good depth center. He should be helpful for them for sure. For sure. Anthony Duclair, I didn't realize that he ended up signing there.
Yeah,
that was
for a fucking bargain.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good signing, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And they also picked up J.F. Berube from the Hawks, so good luck with him. They lost Thomas Vanek. They lost Johnson. And they also lost Matt Calvert.
And Ian Cole.
Yeah. I don't think they got better, per se.
No.
I don't think they got worse either. Their scoring is going to be their biggest Achilles heel.
Their defense is Werenski and Seth Jones.
And David Savard. Savard's good back there. He's solid. Ryan Murray's okay. But those two at the back there.
I mean, I guess when you have Bob in net, it
doesn't really matter.
But still, also, and also concerning, Bob hasn't signed yet.
What's he got left in his deal?
1 year.
This is last year.
This is it.
A
little concerning.
30-year-old goalie, though. I mean, 31 goalie. Do you want to kind of maybe wait to see how he performs a little bit?
They're pretty high on their backup. What's his name?
Scott Hartnell.
Nope. Corpusalo.
Yeah.
Jonas Corpusalo. They're pretty high on him. He's not ready to be an NHL starting goaltender yet. But
Bob's got 1 more year, and there's been no talks.
Probably because they're focusing on Artemi.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows on
that
one?
One question, too, I had when I was going through their stuff was, we were just talking about their offense being their Achilles heel. A lot of it also comes down to Cam Atkinson, if he can have a bounce-back year, because he went from having 35 goals, 27 assists, 62 points in 16-17 season to 24 goals, 22 assists to 46 points after signing that big contract, too.
Atkinson, Foligno was a bust last year. I know he's their captain, but he was bad. Their power play was very, very below average for what they had up front.
A lot of their guys had rough years. I mean,
yeah.
Even Dubinsky was down, had a rough one. I mean, yeah, they have a lot. They need a lot of guys to have big years.
Yeah.
And when you have Bob on his contract year and Panarin on his contract year, oh boy.
Yeah, that scares me.
Could be huge.
Could be a
career years for those two.
Mm-hmm. Alex Wenberg, though, up and coming forward on Columbus, he looks really, really good. Every year he looks a little bit better, I think. I like him a lot. And hometown kid, Alex Broadhurst, might end up cracking the squad, too. So you never know what he could possibly bring to the table as like a fourth line grind type of guy.
He's making more than Anthony Duclair.
Is he really?
Yep.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's a deal for Anthony Duclair. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you guys got this team?
Depends.
All right, so with Panarin, where do you see him?
Depends on the team.
With Panarin, where are they?
Bubble playoff. I see him as a bubble playoff team.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
Panarin, they're getting the wild card spot. Without Panarin, they're out.
I've got them third in the Metro. With Panarin, yeah. With Panarin, and I have them missing probably fourth, maybe sixth in the Metro. Fourth or fifth, in the Metro.
Yeah, I'm with Nolly.
Missing without Panarin.
I'm with Nolly. I think they're a bubble regardless, with or without him.
Yeah.
I think they'll be to the point if they move. Like we said, if they move him, he's gonna be at the trade deadline, and they'll already pretty much be established where they're gonna finish the year a little bit.
Honestly, it's dumb if they don't move him. You're gonna get Tavares 2.0. You could have got a lot of shit for him. Just make the move.
Even if you don't
Whether
fucking
it's now, whether it's at the trade deadline.
at this point, it's like draft picks, man. Like
You can get at least a first rounder.
yeah,
At least. So yeah, that's a no brainer for me. I wouldn't want to be the Islanders in their situation.
Mm.
I'm moving him.
All right. What about the Devils?
with their sick heritage jerseys.
Yeah.
What?
Jerseys that they came out with.
You don't like him?
They're okay.
They're only heritage. They're not technically a third jersey, so they can only wear them up to 6 times this year, and they will be done after the season.
That's dumb.
Same thing with the Blues.
Now I hate them even more.
Yeah, but they're green.
I'm
Christmas.
colorblind. I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, well, don't you idiot.
What do we think about New Jersey? They didn't add a single person over the year.
Nope.
No, they did. They
Nobody.
added Barry Trotz and Lou Lamoriello.
New Jersey.
Yeah. That's the wrong one.
Yep.
I'm looking at the Islanders because
Yes,
it says new.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So when we get there, that'll be fun to talk
It's,
about.
Yes, it
it's
will.
the first podcast of the new season, and we already lost credibility on that.
The Devils actually haven't added
What?
anybody.
The devil. Who? The devil. The devil's everywhere.
They did lose Michael Grabner, John Moore.
Michael Grabner, who's got the most Russian mob tattoos and doesn't ever wear shirts.
No,
But it can also jump out of a pool.
he's a monster.
Can't score on a breakaway.
Doesn't love anybody more than he loves himself.
Right. And Auntie Ranta called him out on it. It was pretty
sure.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. They lost Jimmy Hayes and they lost Patrick Maroon as
Jimmy
well.
Hayes, who just got put on waivers today, too.
Who?
Jimmy Hayes.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
I don't
good luck, Jimmy.
think Patrick Maroon's that big of a loss.
No.
And I don't think they even used Jimmy Hayes at all. So
Grabner
that's
and John
that
Moore
big
are
of a
huge.
loss. John
No.
Moore is probably the biggest loss right there. He is a fucking solid defenseman,
Mhm.
and I'm very upset that the Hawks didn't even
Attempt.
make a move.
Yeah.
He looked good in the CPHL, too. The couple he played 1 or 2 games.
He was a little piece of shit, wasn't he?
Yeah, but, I mean, he played pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but he was just a piece of shit.
But also, guys, Halsey for Hart.
Halsey for Hart.
Halsey for Hart. So
Are you saying
thank you
again?
for that. I mean, they lost, like I said, a couple of key guys, a couple not so key guys. But at the same time, Corey Schneider's out. They have no timetable on when he's going to come back, which is huge. I mean, Kincaid played well for them, but Schneider, when he's on his game, is probably one of the top in the league.
He was also very bad last
When
year.
did,
Yeah,
that,
he was.
when did that get announced? Was it a while ago, or
What?
Schneider?
Yeah, he's been hurt for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
he had
shit.
surgery at the end of last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
They picked up Eddie Lack, which to me says that he's not going to be
He's
ready.
not ready.
Yeah. So they're probably going to run Kincaid and Eddie Lack, and Eddie Lack
That poor
is
bastard.
not so great anymore.
He pulled to Carolina. Same
Yeah.
thing Darling did. So we'll see how it
Yeah.
works out for after him.
But yeah, Taylor Hall, Nico Heischer,
The thing is
Kyle
about them,
Palmieri.
they had a lot of guys have really good years. And they need those guys to either have the same year or do even better.
Say, did they overperform last year? Do you think that was just the case that they overperformed last year versus them actually being good, or are they actually
I
good?
think Taylor Hall had such a great year, it made everybody else have a good year.
I also think it had a lot to do with taking the league by complete surprise. Not many teams thought that they were even going to be decent, let alone a playoff team. So
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
that really threw him for
They
a
had the
loop.
first
And
overall
then
Willie-
Taylor Hall just took that team over for that. What was it? 20-something games.
27.
Yeah.
When Butcher decided to sign there, I was like, why the fuck? I remember we were talking about it. I was like, why the fuck would he go to New Jersey? Well, I mean, turned out all right.
Mhm.
I mean, looking at their line, I mean, their first line's Hall, Hersher, and Brott. I mean, Hall obviously tore it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hersher is first line center in the NHL after getting
Mhm.
drafted 1 year. I mean, he looked good. Jasper Bratt looked good with that line. I mean, who wouldn't? I could fucking
Right.
maybe score a goal once.
Well,
And I mean, their bottom six, they've got guys like Palmieri, Zajac, Stafford, and Boyle. I mean, those aren't bad guys to have in
No.
their bottom six, you know? And then, I mean, on their D, I completely fucking forgot they traded Adam Henrique for Sami Vatanen.
oh shit, that's right.
So you have Vatanen, Severson, and Willie the Butchman Butcher. So, I mean,
Quit a
You got
monster
some-
year.
you've got depth.
What were you saying there, Jarom?
I said Butcher had a monster year for his rookie year.
Yeah.
He's going to be a stud defenseman in the league. He's going to be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it comes back down to you guys touched on it, is just can they do what they did last year again? And I really don't think they can. Taylor Hall can only do so much. They got a couple young guys that are going to end up having a sophomore slump.
That's the thing, too. Yeah, it's hard.
He sure brought Willie the Butcher. You know, those are three real big names that could end up having a pretty big drop down year. So I don't know. Do you guys see them as a playoff team?
I got him on the bubble.
I think on their bubble, but they're not in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them around the same spot as I got the Blue Jackets, like a 4, 5, 6. Kind of lost in the shuffle with them, and
They're gonna-
Carolina.
You said third.
Whatever.
Not even
that's
close.
That's without, or with Artemi. Without Artemi.
Yeah, but what about without our?
Oh, shut up.
The Devils.
Shut up. I don't want to get ahead of myself, because then that's coming later. But you guys don't think they're getting in?
No, I think they're gonna need a lot of help from other teams. Just having a piss poor performance.
Yeah.
But,
I would like them to,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't.
No.
I just don't see it. I think they're going to be a bubble team. They might, but I don't. I just
would-
don't think-
I'll put it this way, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, and I won't be surprised if they don't.
That's a bubble team.
That's
you.
what I'm saying, though.
Weird-
Like it's just
Weird question that I just thought of. Would this be a potential landing spot for Artemi Panarin? Because he wanted to be in a big city by the water.
That's what a lot of people are saying because it's coming down to basically Tampa, Rangers, Islanders, and Devils. I don't
Yeah.
see him going to the Island. I don't expect him to go to the Rangers just because I think he might want to win. And honestly, if the Devils made a move and got him, that would be fucking huge.
Well, could you imagine that top line if they get Panarin? Holy
it's
cow.
staying the same, and Panarin's dropped down second line.
You think?
Yeah, I would say so. You throw him.
Because I'll tell you
have
what,
to make a lot of moves,
I'd
but-
rather have Taylor Hall, Heischer, and Artemi Panarin throw Panarin on that right side.
Yeah, but then
that's a
you're
power play
so
line.
top heavy.
That's a power play.
So top heavy.
It's fine with me. As long as I'm scoring goals, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but you need to score goals and stop goals.
He was never a defensive stalwart anyway.
No, I know, but it might mess up everybody else. Why did I do this? Why did I go here?
I don't know he went there. Nope. I don't know.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
cool.
Oh, it's because they have $15 million in cap space.
Wow.
And how much
So-
was Panarin probably asking for?
He's
10,
9.
10, 11.
at least 10, I think. Yeah,
So they have the room.
they do have the room.
They do have the room. But also,
That might also be why they didn't add anybody this year.
Taylor Hall has 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
So they got lots to things, but still.
All right, well, let's move on to.
So with Panarin,
with Panarin, they're at a playoff spot for sure.
they're definitely 3, like Columbus.
No doubt in my mind. Yeah, they'll probably flip with Columbus then, you dickwad.
Yeah, flip with Columbus. Flip the grilled cheese with the bread.
Let's move on to the island, where Nolly wanted to go in the first place. Talk about Barry Trotz and Lou Lamoriello.
We did.
Yep.
Thank God for Ottawa, because if it wasn't for Ottawa, I think this might have been the biggest shit show of the offseason.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So, I mean, they bring in Stanley Cup winning Barry Trotz, probably, honestly, arguably top 3 coaches in the league, probably.
Easily. Top 2, maybe even.
Literally the only coach that has been able to turn Alex Ovechkin into a 2-way player. And look what he did.
I'm going to pose a question here. Is Barry Trotz now somewhat regretting his decision of signing with the New York Islanders now that he wasn't enough to attract John Tavares to come back?
No.
No?
No. He won the cup. He got fucking paid. And you got Matty Barzal who's going to be the next John Tavares of the Islanders and lead them to two playoffs and maybe a second round.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, they bring in Trotz to try and persuade Johnny T to stay. But then they also do the thing like bring in Lou Lamoriello where it's like, hey, probably the one GM I don't want to play for just because he has so many strict rules.
Stupid. They can only use they can only use certain tape. They can only have certain numbers. No.
You probably would have had to change his number 91. Like, fuck.
No, he actually said that all the old veterans can keep their high numbers.
Jarom, shut up and being overboard about it.
But there was talk that that was Barzal was going to have to change his 13. But that ended up getting vetoed.
Why would he have to change his number?
Because Lou doesn't like 13.
Didn't he already have 13?
That's what I'm saying. He was going to have to change his number from 13.
Oh.
But that got vetoed.
I think he said 213.
No.
But also, guys, the biggest problem, no more 66 in the league. That's the biggest downfall. Josh Hosang, no more 66.
He's changing it to 99.
Yep. Yeah. Really fuck with the league.
Yep.
Lou's going for throats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. Wait, ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
What's happening?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Tavares leaves.
Okay.
Nice.
I just got it.
I knew you'd like that.
Damn it.
So I had,
but I get it.
In my bullets about the Islanders, I have Tavares leaves. Like leaves, but leaves.
I'm pissed, but I understand.
Yep, you got it. Sorry.
Touch me.
Don't touch me. This is my no square. But yeah, this stupid shit fucking Lou Lamoriello with his no beards, no long hair, no high numbers, no masturbating on airplanes. Like, why are you coming up with these rules?
What a weirdo.
I mean, they lose Tavares. We've talked about it. Honestly, pause. This is probably like one of the biggest summers we've like ever seen. Like, it was just nuts. Like Tavares moving, like just big name guys signing and trading, like Carlson going to San Jose. Like, these are franchise players. Like,
next year could be
the franchise players, and they're getting moved. Like, and not only that, but they're walking. Like, when was the last time you saw a fucking free agent John Tavares not re-sign? Like, I can't tell you.
Long time.
Yeah, tried long time.
God damn it.
But yeah,
I don't know.
That's just nuts. It was a crazy summer.
But you know how they replaced him?
Matt Barzal.
Uncle Leo.
Oh yeah, $4 million per.
Matt Martin.
Matt Martin, the home favorite.
And
The heart and
fibula.
soul. What?
Fibula.
Philpula, yeah.
Fibula.
Oh, yeah,
And
Valtteri.
and they get
The
psychopath Robin Leonard, which it came out he actually does have some sort of like a mental illness type of a thing, so I feel bad for calling him a psycho.
He's got to
But
live
at the same
no,
time,
no.
I'm a psycho.
Own it.
Oh.
Own that shit.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, he came out. He actually wrote a really, really personal story about it, which I mean, props to him for sure. I just, if I'm the Islanders, I think I'm just a little bit wary as to what kind of Robin Leonard I'm going to end up getting.
Especially
Am I
with the
going to
team
get
you have.
right?
I'm
Am I going
not-
to get? I'm going to have a breakdown in the middle of the game and go crazy eyes at one of the Blue Jackets players. Or am I going to have Robin Leonard, who's a really good goaltender, who can actually steal you some hockey games?
For
Yeah,
1.5.
Because you got Thomas Greiss as your
Thomas Greiss.
backup, and Jesus Christ, was he terrible? He was almost as bad as Darling last year.
Well, here, he's only making 1.5 mil for this year.
Who is
Lerner. I can't say his
Leonard.
name.
Robin
Robin
Leonard?
Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only making 1.5 million.
It's only 1 year deal too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they probably talked to him, and they were like, "Listen, here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you a little bit of a
Test
trial
drive,
here."
yeah. I mean, big question for me is, can Barzal do it without Tavares? Is he going to have a sophomore slump? Is he not going to be as productive without Tavares? Because if he can be what he was last year without Tavares and prove that he's a great player, which he's not saying he's not a great player, but he can do it without a superstar with him, that's going to be huge for the Islanders. And that's going to give them a bright future. I mean, they don't have a terrible team.
Yeah, I don't hate this team.
They don't have a playoff team, but they don't have a terrible team. I mean, your second line is Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, and Josh Bailey. That's a good line. And you have Andrew Ladd on injured reserve right now.
Right. It's going to be helpful for...
And I keep forgetting about Everly.
It's going to be helpful for Barzal to be able to lean on guys like Everly and Anders Lee and Josh
Nelson.
Bailey, Brock Nelson. It's going to be good for him to kind of lean on those guys, kind of take the weight of the offensive load off his shoulders.
But also, you only have Nick Leddy, Johnny Boychuk as your back end.
And Johnny Boychuk is hurt almost all the time.
So you have Nick Leddy.
So you really just have Nick Leddy.
Their D is young.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
but the other one. How weird is that?
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas Hickey's not terrible either, I guess.
Thomas Hickey's not terrible, but he's also...
Yeah.
They're young, man, on that back end.
They are young.
They have a lot of... Yeah, they're gonna have a good future, but it's just...
It's gonna stink for a little bit.
Could we just talk about Anders Lee for a little bit, too? That guy is so underrated.
Oh, yeah.
40 goals last year.
Yeah.
Over 40 goals last year.
He was clutch for my fantasy team.
Nobody talks about Anders Lee. Like, he didn't...
Notre Dame alum?
Yeah. This kid is
Not a
a
bird.
monster. He's an absolute monster. Picks up the garbage in front of the net. He's got sick hands. I love him. I like him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Good flirt.
Good player. I think I have the Islanders around 7th, though. Nowhere near a playoff spot.
Not gonna make it.
No, I got them down as a better luck next year.
Yeah. No. However, below them is about 50 feet of crap, and then below that is the New York Rangers. So, at least they're in a better spot than the Big Apple.
I feel so bad for Lundqvist.
A couple of interesting things.
Well, they announced that this is what they're doing.
Yeah, they announced a rebuild, which is
They also told their
Fine.
fans,
Yeah.
which is like, okay, thanks, but also...
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you. Interesting couple moves here. They re-signed Jimmy VC.
Yeah.
For just 2 years at 4.55,
It's bridge
which
deal.
is fine.
Bridge deal.
Bridge deal. Kevin Hayes only got a 1 year
Because he went to...
for
they-
5.175.
It was an arbitration thing. It was just a void
I know it was
arbitration
an
deal.
arbitration thing,
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what happens with Kevin Hayes because he could actually end up helping this team in the long run if they're able to keep him. Doesn't sound like that's the direction that they're heading in since it's just a 1-year deal. But
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Pretty interesting as well. Brady Shea also got a 6-year deal with 31.5 heading his way. So he got fucking paid. Wow, did he get paid?
He's gonna be good though.
Brady Shea, he is phenomenal already. He might be the only defenseman on their back end that actually has a legitimate name to him, other than Shattenkirk. Yeah.
Well, Mark Stahl, but
yeah,
he only has one eye.
I was just gonna say he's gonna wear an eye patch when he's out there.
Anna McQuaid.
Yeah, I mean Brady Shea is basically that D group because Kevin Shattenkirk has not been good since he left St. Louis.
Well, he also had knee surgery in the offseason, so they're saying he might be ready to go for opening night, but maybe not.
The other thing is that just this week, Andrei Pavlik said, I'm going to hang him up. So I don't even know who is the backup then.
It is
Mark
Sander Georgiev.
Oh, he played a couple games last year. He was actually not that bad.
But also, so I was watching stuff, just kind of just getting information about each team to remind myself. And going into last year, Hank was all for the rebuild. He was fine with it. He understood it. It's that time. That's where they're at. But everybody's saying going into this year, he wants to win. And he's not going to get W's. And he's not going to get help on the back end. Because, like we said, he's got Brady Shea, maybe Kevin Shattenkirk. So, and he's a hothead. He loses his shit when people aren't helping him out. So I want to know how long that lasts, how much of a head case he's going to turn into, and I wonder if he's going to get dealt. Because honestly, if you're in a rebuild, why not move?
Nah, they're going to want him to stay around so he can groom.
He's gonna be a lifetime.
Yeah, but at
Ranger.
the same time, it's like, how long can you keep the guy around? I mean, there's no way he's gonna. They're not gonna make the playoffs throughout the rest of his time here.
No,
he has 3 years left. They're not gonna make the playoffs. Any of those years.
They need to communicate that with him.
They tried, and he said, "Yeah," and now he's ready to win. It's like you had one bad year.
I don't know. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, the guy wants to win. The guy wants to win. I'm not going to be upset if my goalie wants to win.
That's just a competitive guy. I mean,
yeah.
You shouldn't be in that. Yeah,
game I'd have a little bit more of.
You shouldn't be playing that league if you're not going to want to win every single game.
Right.
I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. Obviously, that's what you want.
No,
but
I know where you're
coming
from.
At the end of his career, and he has 3 seasons left of a contract. Maybe probably won't even get another contract after this one, and he's never won a cup. And he's quote unquote one of the best goalies we've seen.
What I compare it to, look at the Sedins. I think it's like the same situation with them. I think he wants to finish his career where he started, where he's been his whole life, and it's the only way he's going to get dealt is if he says, "Hey, deal me." I just think he's here, good or bad. He's finishing.
Well, a lot of this hinges on their new coach, Dave Quinn from BU.
Yeah.
A lot of that is going to have to come from him saying, "Listen, Hank, obviously we're not going to be going into the playoffs anytime soon. I need to know that you're going to be good to go and that you're going to be a role model here for your backup because he's going to be the one that's going to end up taking over for you. Or are they just going to trade for a different goaltender or draft a goaltender coming up?" I don't know. But
I don't know. All I can say is I've been on losing teams. It's not fun. And when you're on the end of your career and you've never won anything, you're not going to be one part of one.
And in a place like New York, too.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I don't know. They are going to be bottom of the barrel there in the Metro, for sure. You all agree?
Yeah, no playoffs.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Try again in like 3 years, 4 years, maybe.
Yeah. Right down the street a little bit there is Philadelphia, and boy, that's a good hockey team too now, isn't it? They just continue to surprise you, I think.
Fucking broadsheet bullies never leave.
No, they always seem to just kind of hang around a little bit when things get hairy, and then they take off and rattle off 25 wins in a row.
And they also have 10-game losing streak.
Yeah. So, biggest addition for them, obviously.
His second contract in the NHL. Number 2 with the Philadelphia Flyers. Number 2 of his NHL career. JVR.
That's amazing. Signed 2
That's
contracts your
insane.
whole
Green
career.
mouth guard and all. He's coming back, baby.
Fucking Reamer, baby.
Yeah, that's fucking huge. Not only is that huge, but that's fucking huge.
Do you guys think it's gonna be an issue though? Like they have 2 players like with the same style? Because I feel like JVR and Wayne Simmons are kind of the same player.
They're exactly the same player, and they're the 2 best players at that style.
Mm-hmm.
And having both of them on the same team is kind of.
I think it's gonna help Wayne Simmons though, because it's gonna take a lot of the load off of him.
It's gonna make their power play phenomenal because you have the same guy that's phenomenal on both your power play units. But also, Wayne Simmons has 1 year left of his contract, and there's been no contract talk right now, which kind of makes it seem like. And then they go out and sign JVR for 5 years. So,
and if I'm not mistaken,
deadline?
Simmons last year was not as good as he used to be.
Not as good, still good, but not as
right.
Yeah. But also, JVR had 36 goals last year, I want to say. Don't know if he can repeat that.
I was going to say, I don't expect him to repeat that at all, because that's with a very, very good Toronto Maple Leaf offense. But I don't think Philly has that up front. I mean, they've got Jarom, they've got Sean Couturier,
which also Claude
who's
Giroux
phenomenal.
moving to the wing. Low-key had over 100 points.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's a fucking superstar. Sean Couturier, up for the Selke.
Took over that Pittsburgh series last year. Completely took it over.
Unbelievable.
He was incredible.
I mean, then you still got Jakob, who gets about 60 apples a year.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan Patrick, I think he's going to have a better year. He had an okay year last year. I think he's going to actually have a good sophomore year. And then, I mean, you got Wayne Simmons on the third line.
Who I just looked up his stats. His stats have gone down by like 6 to 8 points the last 3 seasons.
Yeah. But you also have Radko Gudas, so it's like, what the fuck? No, but I mean, you got Ivan Provorov,
oh
who
man,
everybody's been saying is the next fucking superstar defenseman in the league, and
Ghost
you still have
Bear.
Ghost, who's
Ghost
been actually
Bear.
tearing it up in the preseason. I know it's only preseason, but
He came out with
all day.
He had a very good end of the year.
last year was when he was the healthy scratch a couple games, right? Or was
No,
that
that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. It's all blended into 1 year now.
Yeah. But then you have Brian Elliott and Michael Neuvirth in net.
Awful. And that will forever be the Achilles heel of the Philadelphia Flyers. You want to know what's funny?
No, it's not, actually. It's not forever going to be.
It has been, I guess.
Because they have Carter Hart.
Excuse me?
Carter Hart.
Carter Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
World Juniors goalie for Canada. And
Alex Lyon, too.
he might even
I think
get
he
the
just
starting
went down
job.
with an injury.
He went down with an injury. He's going to be out in a month, but I'm not saying for this year. I think down the line, having a back-to-back with Hart and Lyon, that's going to be...
Some people are saying that Hart might even end up stealing the starting job this year.
If that happens, I think Michael Neuvirth might just quit hockey altogether.
Pass out again.
Brian Elliott will be used to it by now because that happens to him every year.
Hey, but he keeps getting paid.
Yeah. He doesn't
Sign
care.
me up.
God, he's such a bad goaltender. He's terrible. Michael Neuvirth is fine. He's just extremely inconsistent. He's either one of the best goalies in the league or he can't stop a beach ball.
Where's Brian Elliott? Bitch bowl is bigger than puck.
Yeah.
This is joke.
Where do you guys have Philly here?
That was a playoff lock.
Them, just like Columbus, third in the division.
I got them as a lock.
What?
Lock. I think they're in no matter what.
Yeah, they're definitely a playoff team. I think they're going to be pretty good team to watch and play.
I think they'll be top 3.
I'll say bold that they can even
With
be.
Columbus.
I could think they'll be even number 2.
Piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're making no sense. Oh, Columbus is third. Oh, I got the Islanders 4th, 5th, and 6th, like Columbus. I'm in the Devils.
I'm giving.
and now I have Philly as top 3.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
really? Where are you going to have Washington and Pittsburgh? Because you can't have more than 3 in the top 3.
Well, we'll get there when we get there.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear this fucking bullshit.
Good.
Oh, so I gotta
Anywho.
check.
All right. So Pittsburgh.
I gotta
Got
check
it.
to see if anybody else voted real quick,
Yeah.
since we are talking about a team on the list.
Sorry?
I have that poll because I'm trying to, pick an East team, and I picked 4 teams, and last time I checked, 3 out of the 4 were tied for who I should be cheering for.
Well, good luck with that.
And
Yeah.
it ends with a 3-way tie. God damn it. So don't want you.
Obviously, you know who it is.
It's between Pittsburgh and it is between Pittsburgh and the Leafs.
Why would you pick Pittsburgh?
Because of Phil.
They've won twice in the last 3 years. Who gives a shit? It's over.
But they got Phil, man.
Yeah, well, when he gets traded this year, maybe you won't want him anymore. Penguins.
You know what? You're bringing very good points. You are bringing very good
Hey,
points.
John Tavares is locked up. Fill it. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Go ahead, Andrew.
nope.
Go ahead.
Pittsburgh.
Jarom, why don't you lead us off here with the additions and subtractions of the Pittsburgh Penguins?
They really didn't add much.
Matt Cullen.
It's not much. Matt Cullen on a 1-year, $650,000 deal. I was gonna say Jimmy Hayes, but he got waived today. And Johnson for 5 years, $16.25 million.
I still don't like that signing.
That's a great signing.
I still don't like it.
It's a great signing.
They got rid of Connor Sheary.
Yeah.
Got
That's a
rid of
big one.
Hunwick.
That's a big one.
And
But that's what we've seen as Blackhawks fans.
that was or cap dump.
Yeah,
Yeah, you brought
it's got to happen.
that's
You
like
know?
the Frolicks, the Krugers.
Mhm.
It
Bufflin,
just
Boland.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Pittsburgh. You got Sid. You got Malkin.
Mhm.
You got Jake Gensel, who is actually mediocre during the season, but just fucking loves the playoffs.
He's one of those guys who could just turn it on with just a flick of a button.
Carl Hagelin, who's got some fucking wheels.
Yeah.
And some fucking beauty flow.
Mhm.
I mean, you got the Phil.
Which, by the way, can I talk about this real quick? NHL.com when they're
You
doing
can't talk.
when they're doing the 31 teams in 31 days thing, and their big question about Pittsburgh was, will Phil Kessel have a bounce back year? Phil Kessel had the best season of his career last year.
Yeah, but can he do better?
But that's not a bounce back.
Yeah, but can he bounce back and do it again?
That's not what it means to have a bounce back.
It's not what any of this means.
I think what they're asking is if you throw something at his stomach,
Yeah.
will it bounce back still?
No, he absorbs it.
Yeah. Great rebound control from Phil Kessel.
He had a better season than Crosby number-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, up front, they're always going to be
The Penguins.
the Penguins. On the back end, Chris Letang gets hurt at least twice every year.
Still puts up monster numbers, though.
Puts up monster numbers.
51 points.
Brian Dumoulin, he's going to end up being a very, very good guy in the back end. Oli Mata, he's
Hit or
got
miss.
his ups and downs.
Yeah, he's hit or miss.
He's either
Depends on if he's going to go join the Army, leave early.
or
or-
is he going to be,
Chris Letang 2.0, but healthy.
right? Or
is
is
he going to
he
get another tumor?
Ugh.
is he going to be passed out on the roof after drinking all day? I don't know.
We've seen a lot of phases
There's a
of Ole
lot of
Mata.
Oli Mata out there.
Yeah.
Loving every minute.
Justin Schultz.
There's a lot of mana.
Nice. There it is.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it. We found it.
Jack Johnson.
Justin
That's a good
Schultz.
signing. It's a good signing.
Justin Schultz too is
Justin Schultz is low key
monster.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
How much of Jack Johnson's contract does he actually get?
What?
How much of Jack Johnson's contract does he actually get? And like, how much does it go to like the
all of it now.
IRS?
Wow.
He's there. He's all of it now.
You are a piece of shit.
I'm just curious. That's a general question. like he got such the bad end of that whole situation.
Well, yeah.
He got
If
fucked.
If you're bankrupt,
Yeah.
you definitely went on the bad
Because from his
side of
parents,
Right.
it was even his fault. That's the fucked up thing. It was his parents that fucked him over.
Anywho, Jack.
Just looking for my Jack.
A lot of people
brother.
are questioning two things with the Penguins. One, they're saying Sullivan and Kessel don't get along, but also Kessel just tore it up last year, so who gives a shit? But also, is he going to stay? Are they going to dump him for cap space to move for something?
He wants to be
two, Matt Murray. He had like a .902 save percentage last year. Got hurt, I'm pretty sure, right? He was hurt last year.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Matt Murray of the past 2 years, which makes me think a couple things. One, it was his first 2 years in the league and he won 2 cups. Anything after that's going to be a downfall. Two, he didn't have Marc-Andre Fleury, a stable goaltender in the NHL who's proven himself behind him. So he had, I want to say, less confidence.
There's more pressure on him.
There's more pressure on him because he's the guy. He had less confidence because if he knows if he has a bad game, he's got somebody there to back him up. And also less drive because he doesn't have that guy right behind him trying to take his job.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of Matt Murray shows up. Is it going to be the 2-time Stanley Cup champion or the hey, I got my starting role.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make the playoffs. Be average.
I don't know what kind of Matt Murray that we're going to get because it seems like he's starting to get more and more fragile, mentally and physically. So that's a little scary, seeing that Tristan Jarry is your backup. But at the same time, I guess you can afford to give up some goals when you got the front line like they have. So, I have them actually first in the Metro.
I didn't actually go through and pick what spot they're going to be in.
Yeah,
But
I just got them as a lock.
they're going to be top 3.
Yeah.
They're making the playoffs. They're a lock. Like,
Yeah.
it's the Penguins.
Yep.
It's as long as Sidney Crosby's on the Penguins, they're going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the fatigue. They got that little shorter summer, or longer summer, I should say. So
Right. They had some time to kind of gather their bearings, lick their wounds. So, who didn't? The Washington Capitals, because they partied their...
Because they no fucking suck this year!
They partied their balls off all year, summer long.
All year.
all year. Yeah, why
all
not?
summer.
They'll still be gone.
Incredible partying all summer long. They had a rule created after their partying. There's no more
cup stands.
Yep, no more cup stands
because
anymore.
they broke it twice.
Yep.
And also, Nick Backstrom had his mom doing a cup stand. Fucking
that was pretty epic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Mom gets
underrated.
it. Mom
Underrated
gets
Backstrom family.
Yeah, Mom gets
also,
it.
he was 39th in the top 50 players
Bullshit.
Yeah.
NHL.
Yeah. I think biggest news for Washington, obviously, after winning the Stanley Cup, Tom Wilson getting a large contract that confuses
contract.
just about everybody outside the Washington, D.C. area.
The Brian Bickle ×2 contract.
Yeah.
I could put up with the Brian Bickle contract after seeing that.
Yeah. I can't wait for that to explode in their faces.
I mean, if he goes off and scores about 25 goals, sure.
Right.
Good contract.
I really don't think that's going to happen.
No.
I really don't.
I mean, we've talked about it. Barry Trotz left, so they got a new coach. They
lost Grubauer.
This team.
They lost Grubauer.
I don't know how to, like, there's so many factors going into this team. They just won the cup. Are they going to have a hangover? Obviously, they're not, because they're just going to keep drinking. The Tom Wilson contract, is it going to implode on them? Are not having Barry Trotz turning Ovechkin into what he is and why they're Stanley Cup champions, not having him there, that's going to be huge. He was, like I said, he's one of the best coaches in the league, and he fucking showed it by turning around some of the best players, like, into even better players. I mean, they lost a couple depth guys.
Jay Beagle's actually probably going to be a bigger loss than
Lars Eller.
Yeah.
But I mean, then at the same time, it's like
Lars Eller's still there.
No.
Yep.
I'm looking at
not Lars Eller. There's somebody else. I don't care anymore.
He lost. The only ones that I saw that they lost really was Beagle and Grubauer.
Oh, yeah. Grubauer. Okay. But I mean, you still got Ovi, Kuznetsov, Backstrom, Oshie, Verana. I mean, Burakovsky, Devontae Smith-Pelly, who tore it up for them last year. And then on the back end, you got fucking Stanley Cup champion Michael Kempny.
How do you feel about that, Brian?
Well, the Hawks fucking suck in that trade this year. John Carlson, who's proven to be one of the best defensemen in the league, I think.
Got paid.
Niskanen, Orlov, I mean, and then Juice was a surprise.
Tristan Juice, yeah.
He was a surprise last year. And then you got Hope Beast on the back end. It's the Capitals. It's the Capitals.
I'm very nervous about Braden Holtby this year. He obviously has to be better than he was last year. He was great in the playoffs.
After
but
sat for 2 games.
Oh boy, he's got to be much better throughout the regular season this year, because his backup, Phoenix Copley, it's going to be his first full season in the NHL. So I don't know. There's no real safety net now
65
for Braden Holtby to kind of be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go on a 2-week bender where I can't stop anything. You know,
it's going to be probably like a 65 start season for Holtby.
Yeah, he's going to have to put up numbers like he did a couple years ago when he tied Marty Broder's single season wins. So, I don't know. I think right now, I got them as a bubble. I'm not sure where I really want them. I don't know if they're going to end up making the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to get in as a wild card. This is the one team that I was kind of confused on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not confused about them, but there's a lot of factors going into this team, but I still think they're a lock.
Yeah,
they're still a lock. If they end up being a third seed or a wild card team, I mean, they'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not going to be a very far playoff run for them if they do end up making it. But I don't know. I don't necessarily see them doing anything special this year, per se.
Teddy Percently.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting year for them, but at the same time, they won the cup. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like, you did what you came to do. I mean, yeah, you want to be the Penguins and win it back to back, but in this day and age, you win one cup.
Yeah,
like
you're set.
You did it.
Yeah,
like if you have your core group and you win a cup with that group, you've been successful.
Yeah,
and it's not like you need to win more than one in a row or all together. I mean, obviously that's the goal every year, but it took Ovi 10 years, and he got it. Nobody's questioning that the Capitals
Right.
anymore. They're not the Capitals who get knocked out in the second round every year.
He's done it all. He can shoot for Gretzky now for the goals.
Yeah, hit 50
Yeah.
again every year.
It's really
He
all it
won
comes
short
down to.
last year.
So the Metro is going to be fun this year. Well, not fun. It's.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the most questions, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, there's a lot of teams where it's like they're stuck between being old or being young and having really good years last year, having not good years. So it's kind of, honestly, it's like a toss-up in that division.
Yeah.
The division's just a toss-up.
Yeah.
Anybody could win it.
There's
I
a lot of different factors that can completely change everything. So, let's hop to the Atlantic here. What were the end standings there, Jarom, for the Atlantic?
All right, so it went Tampa, Boston, Toronto, Florida, Detroit, Montreal, Ottawa, and Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'm coming for you. But we're not just yet. We're going to start with Boston. Boston, last year, if
Game
you guys
7.
don't remember, took out the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Came in second place in the division. We talked about it already.
In the 7th game for the second playoff meeting in a row. They did it again to the Maple Leafs, where they fell behind in Game 7, and ended up shoving it right up the Maple Leafs bungholes a little bit there, I think.
Well, good luck doing that against John Tavares. That's all I can say.
Boston picked up backup goaltender in Jarom, which I'm very confused about that.
No, I'm not. I'm confused about it, but also why? I'm confused about what happened to him after the World Cup, because he stood on his fucking head and then he got tossed in the A for the Islanders.
I think after that he was just like, okay, that's
it.
I'm done.
I've proven my success.
I don't want to do anything anymore.
I don't want to play for the shit Islander team, especially when John Tavares is going to leave.
I was confused as to why they wanted to let Anton Khudobin go, because Khudobin was just so solid.
Didn't he want to leave?
He went to Dallas.
Yeah, but I thought, didn't he say he wanted to leave, or he wanted to go?
I don't know if he wanted to leave, but I was just very confused.
You figure he goes to Dallas, Bishop's going to get hurt. He'll get a starting role for about 30 games.
Yeah.
Maybe they brought Halak in because, I don't know what. Had a mental breakdown and just forgot how to talk. Then maybe they brought him in because of his pads.
Yeah,
because
wow.
Those were filthy.
Those were gross.
Little bear claw. Sounds like a wildcat or something, but, just... Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You scared the dog.
Hey, everything's okay.
God
See, she
bless
hates the
it,
Bruins
America.
maple.
She hates you now.
No, she doesn't.
You know who I hate? Brad Marchand.
Yes.
That guy's a piece of shit, but god damn it, he's a good hockey player.
That licking son of a bitch.
Sure.
Face licking.
Face licking.
Face licking.
Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak might be the best line in the NHL right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Just yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to beat. That line is just disgusting.
Extremely hard to beat.
Then you got Jake DeBrusk and Ryan Donato coming in this year. Both 19-year-olds. Both have been very good in these preseason games so far. Over in China, I forgot to mention that they were out in China for a couple
Chicken
games.
to China, the Chinese chicken. You have a
Okay.
drumstick?
This is our song. I mean,
Anders Bjork.
It's this team fucking frustrates me because fuck them, and two, I want to say they don't have much depth up front because they don't.
But they do.
But at the same time, they do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they don't, and also their first line is so filthy it doesn't matter. So it's frustrating as hell, and I fucking hate the Bruins. So it just does not help because you got fucking. Like I said, DeBrusk, Krejci, and Backus your second line, and then you have Donato and a couple of average players, and then you throw Anders Bjork, who hasn't established himself as an NHLer yet, but I think will be a solid NHLer. They just have a lot of young guys that I don't know. I guess I just don't know enough about them, but I just don't see them as big guys right now.
Yeah.
But also they're deep.
Oh, and then on the back end, Zdeno Chara is older than dust.
Is this his farewell tour this year? 41 years old?
Last year was.
Yeah, I just don't
Jesus
understand.
Christ.
I don't understand why he's still in the league. Boston Bruins fans love him and think he's one of the greatest defensemen, and he's garbage. He's garbage. I thought he was only in the league for his slap shot, and honestly, he has not taken a slap shot in a long time, I feel like. It's no Weber bomb, that's for damn sure. But then you got Charlie McAvoy and Troy Krug. And you have John Moore.
Filth.
So, how about them apples?
Yeah.
And then you got Tuukka, always good for a Tuukka tantrum, and then Jaro Halak, like we said. So, they're a good team.
Yep, they're going to be good. I don't know.
lock.
What are your thoughts there, Jack?
Playoff lock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just my big question is are they going to be as good as they were last year? Because, I mean, I don't think anybody really
I think
expected that.
They kind of the Devils factor as they weren't really expected to be all that good, and out of nowhere they just kind of exploded. Actually, it was 2 years ago when their coach came in. God, I can never remember their coach's name.
Well, Claude Julien.
It was Claude Julien, and now it's some other guy. And he came in, and he really just he turned that club upside down.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he gave them a rebuild real quick.
1 point from winning the division last year.
They're a lock. They're gonna be in top 3.
Yeah,
Bruce,
that's right. I got him third.
Their coach is Bruce Cassidy.
Bruce Cassidy, thank you.
Yeah, I'd say top 3.
Yeah,
probably third. I'm thinking third also, but anywhere in the top 3.
Well, how about the Jack Eichels? How about them? How do we feel about them?
That's a Eichel.
This is the team I think I'm most excited to watch for out of the East this year.
Yeah, I've since the Leafs started to rebuild, Buffalo started to rebuild as well, and I've been dying for a Toronto-Buffalo rivalry.
Playoff matchup at some point.
And Toronto's rebuild obviously took off way, way quicker than anybody would have thought, and Buffalo's hadn't. But also, it worked out for them because they got fucking Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah.
And yikes. Wow, this kid is a fucking stud. Watching just highlights of him and
that prospect tourney that he played, and he fucking dummied that guy.
And
his very first competitive game as a Buffalo Sabre in that prospect tournament, he absolutely dropped somebody. I can't remember who it was or what team they were on, but it was your picture perfect open ice check, and this guy got absolutely dicked down, and it was great. It was incredible.
He's been bundling guys. He's been walking people. He's the whole package, and everybody's saying he's the next Nick Lidstrom, and I'm like, fuck. So maybe I'm not excited about a rivalry.
Can they just give him the 8-year extension
good.
now?
I mean, like we said before, they got Jeff Skinner. That's huge, and they gave up a lot for him, but also didn't give up a ton at the same time. If that makes sense,
They didn't though. It was
What?
Hey guys. They didn't though. It was the one prospect and the draft. They weren't even like high draft picks. They were like.
That's what I'm saying. Like they gave up like a lot, but it wasn't a lot at the same time. Like looking at it, they gave up a prospect and 3 picks. So like that's a lot, but looking at the picks and the prospect, it wasn't a ton.
I think the
I'm
biggest thing they're
very
gonna miss is O'Reilly.
But I mean, you got Jeff Skinner and Jack Eichel. That's going to be sick. Oposo. They picked up Connor Sheary. He's a solid player, 2-time Cup champ. Casey Middleton is going to be sick.
Oh my God,
Kid's going to be filthy. Nylander's finally going to have a full year. Sam Reinhart, Pominville, Patrick Berglund, and then you get to the D. They have Ristolainen, Marco Scandella, Dahlin, Zach Bogosian. I mean, Nathan Boyou. It's going to be a good team.
mm-hmm.
And they picked up Carter Hutton.
Which is huge.
Big time.
That is
time.
huge.
No more psycho behind the net.
I think the one thing I have is just pure inexperience from this team. I think that's just the major downfall here is that they're all just so young. They're going to get there.
But so were the Leafs 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And look what they did. They almost beat the Caps first round.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, Maple, you're right on my testicles.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be a fun team to watch. They're probably gonna be, Jarom. Like if you're still looking for Eastern Conference team, like that, I'm gonna watch a ton of Buffalo Sabres games. Like they're gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm also looking at their cap friendly. They potentially have 3 first-round picks this year too.
How'd they do that?
So I'm looking at it. The Sharks. They have one from the Sharks. Don't remember how they got it. Yeah, the Vander Kane. If the Sharks make the playoffs, Buffalo gets their first round. If the Sharks don't make the playoffs, the Senators get their first round.
The Senators?
Yeah, for the Carlson.
Yeah. No shit. So San Jose does not have
they
first
won't
round.
have a first
They
round.
won't have a first round. And then St. Louis, if St. Louis ends up being a top 10 pick, the Blues have the option of keeping it. Or send it to Buffalo, and then if they keep it, that automatically 2020 becomes Buffalo's.
So either way, they're going to have a first round pick.
That's a weird clause for Ottawa to be like, yeah, okay, we won't take we'll take your first round pick if you don't make the playoffs, which is not going to happen.
Yeah,
that's a weird thing for Ottawa to say yes to.
But also, it's not because it's Ottawa. I mean, they don't do hockey things. So there's that, Ottawa.
I like Buffalo. I don't think they'll be in the playoffs this year. I have them 5th, but I have them on the up and up for sure.
Yeah, I think
they're probably going to be like Carolina was last year.
I think they're going to be a little bit better. They're going to be close to a bubble team. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people, but not at the same time because everybody sees what they're doing. But I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. And I think they're going to come pretty close to a wild card spot, but I don't think they'll get it.
I think they're going to be more like Arizona Coyotes last year. I think they might struggle at the beginning, but then once the season gets going, they'll be able to figure it out and just tear it up.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Three different areas.
Yeah.
Like it.
Cool.
I like it a lot.
About Detroit, the Red Wings.
Ugh.
Gross. Ugh. Really, really... What a weird turnaround.
Well, I mean, they went from not missing the playoffs to what the fuck is this?
How do we get back to the playoffs?
It's also officially the end of the Red Wings era that we grew up.
Yeah, that's over and
Zetterberg was
Goodbye.
Like the last.
See you later.
And also Nick Grunwald's pretty much going to be done too after this year probably because they don't want to have 2 guys getting LTIR for life in the same season.
He should have been done years ago, though.
Yeah, after he hit Oblaks. Cheap shit.
Yeah. Trevor Daley is now out for a long time. They don't know when he's coming back. He's got some sort of a virus or something like that, an infection.
No, that's Mike Green.
Oh, is it Mike Green?
Yeah, it's Mike Green.
Okay, sorry about that. Get down.
It's like an autoimmune disease that's attacking his liver.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Crazy. So hopefully he's going to end up being all right and he can come back soon because he's a lot of fun to watch when he's healthy.
Especially when he has the fucking Easton Stealths from the early 2000s. Fucking beauty. Guys fucking buying them from people, finding them in their garages. That's unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't...
Not a lot going on here.
And they have probably one of the worst cap situations.
Yeah.
Like, they have 0 cap space right now. I mean, you're going to toss Zetterberg $6 million on the books and 3.9 in Johan Franzen. But you got Justin Abdelkader at 4.25 on the fourth line. Like, I don't
For
know.
5 more years.
Franz Nielsen's making 5.25. He's a good player, but fuck.
Yeah.
Anthony Mantha, he's going to be good.
He's going to be a monster.
He's going to be real good.
Athanasiou is going to be incredible.
He's hit or miss for me. I mean, he can either dangle the shit out of you or he'll just stand there and do nothing. D-Boss is going to get the C.
It's his
He's
team.
going to be the next captain.
It's his team now.
Bertuzzi wasn't too bad for them. I think he has a lot of potential, but they're not. I don't know what they're doing.
No, I've got no idea. They're not.
Like, there's teams that they have their core. They're trying to stick their core together and keep it going. They've already gone for rebuild. They're halfway through the rebuild, and then there's Detroit.
They're not necessarily trying to make themselves.
They're not high flying Red Wings.
Have they announced yet what they're doing with Zadina?
They're falling apart like the Motor City.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you said. I'm sorry.
Have they announced yet what they're doing with Zadina?
Philip Zadina?
Yeah. The guy, is that who they drafted, right?
I don't know.
6 overall?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't think they have announced what they're doing.
Do they still have Johan Franzen on the LTIR?
Yeah. Well,
how many years has he been on the LTIR?
Long time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I talked about it already, but thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to get a handle on your dog.
Oh, really? Because she was on the ground while I was talking.
She was eating paper. Jonathan Bernier as the backup to Jimmy Howard. At least Jimmy Howard doesn't have to worry about losing his spot to the backup anymore.
Yeah.
Because Peter Mrazek
is gone.
And also, why do they move Peter Mrazek when you have Jimmy Howard?
I don't know. That was such an obvious move to keep Peter Mrazek, have him be your goalie of the future. But I guess they're just going to keep on beating the dead horse that is Jimmy Howard.
Well, I mean, it just goes along with the rest of the team, I guess.
That's accurate. That's extremely accurate. Where do you guys have these guys?
They're not. They're not.
I have them 7th.
Yeah,
they're.
They'll be basement.
Yeah.
Bottom 2.
They should be lucky that Ottawa is in their division.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I have them. I'll say they're 6.
Interesting. Florida.
Oh fuck! This is gonna be a fun team.
Florida. Very interested as to the direction they're going as well, because they're so weird. They're like the Giants were, the San Francisco Giants were a couple years ago, where they would win a championship and then be 45 games under 500.
Really? Because they've never come close.
And then they win a championship. Fuck off.
This analogy is terrible.
My analogy is they'd be good, and then they'd just have a dog shit season. Then they'd be good again, and then they'd just have a dog shit season. So,
no, they have mediocre seasons, and then they're back to reality.
Why are you such a dick today?
Because you have terrible analogies and comparisons, and you can't put 4 teams in 3 categories.
Oh my god.
Brutal.
You're just not understanding anything I'm saying.
Oh no, I get it, and I'm just saying you're wrong.
Big news. Probably the biggest news they had this summer. Barkov getting the big old C.
Hey, there's no C in his last name, but he's got it on his jersey anyway.
That's bigger. That's bigger news than Ottawa drama. Mike Hoffman.
Well,
they weren't a part of it.
No,
they kind of were though. That whole trade, him getting traded to San Jose. And then getting dealt to Florida in the division when Ottawa has a no trade in the division clause, big anti-trade within the division.
The best part about that is that they had the Mike Hoffman rule in the Erik Karlsson deal.
Yeah,
that's the best part of that.
And how does San Jose get a better return for the player than that you just traded, you know?
So it's funny because I was watching the top 50 players for today. They had the next 10, whatever it was, and they were talking about Alexander Barkov, and they're saying how he's going to be like the next Anze Kopitar, Patrice Bergeron. And I was like, that's funny because it used to be, oh, he's going to be the next Jonathan Toews, Patrice Bergeron, and Anze Kopitar. And they didn't say anything about Jonathan Toews. Because Jonathan Toews isn't good anymore.
Chicago.
This is already an hour and a half long, so I'm not going to get into a debate with you right now about Jonathan Toews.
We'll save that for the Hawks preview.
That'll come later. How do we feel about Hoffman taking number 68? Even though Jágr had it for a while there in Florida. Is that a bit weird?
No.
Is that a bit weird, or are we just going to be okay with that?
No,
I
because
think I'm going to hope that he grows out a mullet and just hope it's Jágr. Because I do see 68 and I think Jágr. But, I mean, yeah, like you said, Paul, it's I don't know what they're doing because, I mean, you got Barkov, Bukestad, Huberdeau, Trocheck, you got Hoffman now. Those are some good players. And then I don't recognize, well, Bjorkstrom, the bottom six I don't know.
They're very, very below average.
And then you got Keith Yandel and Aaron Ekblad. And Aaron Ekblad is going to be sick. Yeah. He's awesome. He's a great defenseman.
I was actually slightly surprised.
After he got sucker punched, he's still good.
I was surprised that he didn't actually end up getting the C. I thought he was going to be a little bit more captain material than...
I thought that was the way it was going.
Yeah. Still very, very iffy on their goaltending. Luongo, he's going to be Luongo. He's going to give you decent numbers, not incredible. James Reimer should probably be a number one goaltender somewhere. I don't know why he can't figure out a place to go.
He had good numbers last year.
Huh?
He put up some good numbers last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting up really good numbers the past couple years. It's just he can't find a spot where he could stay as a number one goaltender. And, I mean, he's wasting away some pretty good years here in his career. I don't know what his age is right now, but, I mean...
He's 30 years old, and he's got 3 years left on his contract.
So, I mean, he's wasting some pretty prime years here to where he could be a starting goaltender somewhere.
Oh, kind of like Henrik Lundqvist?
Yeah, but not really. Because Hank and James Reimer are completely different goaltenders.
I thought you were talking about Luongo still.
No. Okay. James Reimer.
No, that's weird to me still. Yeah, 100%. I think he's just waiting for the torch to get tossed to him. But Luongo's still running with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tough situation for him.
Where do we see Florida here?
I think they are a bubble team.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know if they're going to make it or not.
I have them at 4th.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They could end up being a wild card team.
If they make it, it's going to be wild card. 100%.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't know. I want to say yes. I'm just going to go with a yeah. Because if I'm wrong, it's obvious. But if I'm right, cool. So I'll go with a yeah. They make it wild card bubble.
Cool.
And because of that Metro division, I just don't know what's going to happen.
That's a good point, too. I don't know if you were able to hear him. He said because of the Metro division, you're not really 100% sure what's going to end up happening. So,
that's fair.
That kind of opens the door a little bit for some Atlantic teams, too. So, let's move on to the second worst dumpster fire up in Canada, which is the Montreal Canadiens.
Woof.
Wow.
You think Carey Price is regretting signing that 8-year deal?
Big time.
What are our... Now we've had some time. how do we feel about the Domi for Galchenyuk?
Stupid.
Because I thought maybe after a little while I would start to feel a bit better about it, but I still think that was just terrible.
Yep.
Just awful. Awful.
Worst move since Weber for Subban.
Yeah. Well, I don't agree with that because I didn't mind that move.
Yeah, 'cause it's worked out for him.
Well, it would have if he didn't get hurt. And then Max Pacioretty, peace out.
See ya.
He is gone. I don't know why they had his head on a stake for so long.
Guy fucking puts up 30 goals every year. What else do you want me to do?
Extremely consistent. Not 100% sure what that was about, but I
And also, I mean, 30 goals and now he's going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's huge.
looking at their first line here, it's Jonathan Drouin, Max Domi, and Joel Armia. Yikes.
Jonathan Drouin. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Worst trade since the Drouin and Sergachev.
Yeah, because he's been a bust and a half.
And Sergachev has been a fucking stud in Tampa.
Just a tank. I like Philip Deneau. Philip Deneau worked his tail off.
Good signing. That's such a good signing.
Yeah.
Deneau. Like, why do you fuck everything else up when you did that? That was great.
Brendan Gallagher gets hurt every year, but he's also good when he's in the lineup and he's healthy.
Thomas Tatar.
Thomas Tatar is
Brutal.
very meh. Thomas Pakanich is very meh.
I was watching highlights from 2013 or something like that. And Tatar was just tearing it up in Detroit. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Wasn't he the one?
He was so sick.
Wasn't he the one that was
Yes.
in overtime,
Yeah.
took it around 3 times and then scored?
He was fucking filthy. Like, just, I don't know what happened to him. He just fell off the face of the earth and landed right on his head and doesn't know how to skate anymore. They got Plekanec back. Brutal trade from Toronto last year. Pissed. They just signed Paul Byron to a big contract. Why? I couldn't tell you. But they did it. They just went with it. And also, where's Andrew Shaw?
Hurt. Andrew Shaw got hurt. He had surgery at the end of the year.
Logan Shaw. Alex Hemschke on the books.
Yeah, why is Andrew Shaw not on this list here?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's still on the team, obviously. There he is.
$4 million.
Oh.
4 years. Jesus Christ.
And they're paying Steve Mason not to play.
I mean, Shea Weber's out. Fucking huge. Huge news.
Yeah.
That's till December?
Yeah, at the least. At the least.
And then you got Jordy Ben, Jeff Petrie.
Carl Alzner's going to help out on the back end a lot. That'll take off some of the...
Jewel! Bet you he's going to sell a lot of jerseys.
Noah Juleson.
Jewel, son. Saw.
Carey has already looked better in the preseason. Obviously, like you said, it's just preseason. But he's already looked a bit better.
It's the first year of his...
Antti is going to be a complete shit show.
I love how he just has a white helmet now because he knows he's going to just use it for the next team. Like, why get it all painted when by the time the paint dries, he's going to be somewhere else?
Why doesn't he just do a helmet like in like Will Ferrell did in Talladega Nights when it was just like me? Like, he just does one that represents himself and not like a team.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's not bad. Put a cougar on there.
Submit that to Antti Niemi.
Yeah.
Let him know.
Yeah. The thing with Carey Price is he's along the same lines as Henrik Lundqvist, but also isn't because they didn't tell him they were going to rebuild, and I don't think that they think that they're rebuilding. And also they aren't rebuilding because they just keep signing third and fourth line guys. And also Carey Price is in the prime of his career and Hank's coming to the end. So it's not anything like it, but it is. But it isn't. And it's worse for Carey.
Oh,
you
so
can
much
go
worse.
into a little bit more depth on that.
It is, but it isn't.
Okay.
But it isn't, but it is.
But it isn't.
What it is and it isn't. You know what it isn't? But yeah, if I don't know how he doesn't not regret signing a fucking massive deal, and I don't know how he has
Jesus Christ.
asked for a move because yikes, bud. You went from being the best goalie in the world to, hey, look, the Canadians have somebody standing in front of their net.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll stop the puck.
He still made one of the most incredible saves I've ever seen before last year against Tampa Bay in overtime.
Well, I mean, he's still a great goalie.
Right. No, I know, but I'm
And
just saying.
I feel like he's so locked in there, and they're so not going to ever trade him, and they're so not anywhere near being
Who's
a
gonna
playoff.
even if they try to trade him, who's gonna take his contract at this point now too?
Oh, you can make
plenty of teams.
Yeah, teams will do it, and
With
you can
Carey Price as the name, hell yeah.
you can make Montreal keep some of that cap space, and then send another draft pick, and then go win a cup. Why not? That's fucking annoying. Excuse. But like I just
Where do you guys have him this year?
bottom.
I have them at 6.
They're in the bottom.
I have them
Bottom
at I
2,
would say
3,
7.
Whatever the fuck number it is, they're in the bottom.
I have them only ahead of Ottawa and Detroit.
I have them ahead of Ottawa.
Huh?
I just have them ahead of Ottawa.
Yeah. Ottawa themselves is going to be.
I don't really think we have to focus too much time on Ottawa.
I think
I was gonna say, can we just like roll through this quick? And also, can you stop?
I think Ottawa might end up having a year like they did when they first came in, when they only won like 9 games. I honest to God think that's what's going to end up coming.
Well,
but you know what? I'm also incredibly nervous for opening night for the Blackhawks because they play Ottawa Senators. Can you imagine if they open up the season in Ottawa against the Senators, and Ottawa's only got like 6,000 fans there, and they fucking lose? Could you imagine? Straight up, game 1, pure implosion.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that makes me nervous. I know we're not talking about the Blackhawks, but that's the one thing that I'm most nervous for with the Blackhawks this year.
My only 2 notes I have on Ottawa are, 1 is Tkachuk praying he gets reassigned to London for the year, and 2, how bad
Not
is
the way he's playing.
Yeah, and how bad is it going to get for this organization before the owner just gives up and sells it?
It's funny because London, the London Knights are going probably from like Memorial Cup, like it's like theirs to lose, to losing Brady Tkachuk, the one defenseman from Edmonton, I can't think of his name, and
Boquist.
probably starting the year with Adam Boquist.
Yeah,
and it's going to be those, and then you're going from hopeful Memorial Cup champion to
hopefully we can get past the first 10 games.
where do our players go? But also, if there's any team in juniors that deserves that, it's London, because they're London.
Yeah.
They don't pay their players.
I don't think Brady Tkachuk is going back to London, just based off of everything that he's done in the preseason this year.
Should he? Let me ask you. Do you think he should?
Crushed it.
Do you guys think he should, though?
No.
I really don't.
One, the way he's looking in preseason, he's ready for the show. 2, Ottawa has nobody. And 3, he seems like the kind of kid that on a losing team, he could be a spark plug and not be a positive guy in the locker room. Not saying he's a negative guy, but not being like the positive guy in the locker room, but going out there and just beating the shit out of somebody to get the boys going.
He could be a reason why fans continue to come to the rink.
Yes.
Fair.
I think.
All right.
That's a bright spot that isn't a Mark Stone who signed a 1-year deal and doesn't want to be there anymore, quote unquote. I mean, they have Matt Duchene who was actually good at the end of the year, but like you have these pieces like Bobby Ryan DeZingle, but with the way your team is, by the time your team's good, those players aren't going to be good anymore.
Yeah.
And Brady Tkachuk is one of those pieces that's going to make your team good for the long haul.
And to be honest with you, it doesn't seem like Craig Anderson is coming back.
He does not want to be there.
It doesn't sound like it.
So, I think I asked this in the group text. When does the Senators just announce they don't want to be in Ottawa just to join the rest of the team?
Hopefully,
because everybody's come out and said it.
Yeah.
Like when.
Well, and just to kind of rain on the parade a little bit more, JG Pajot, day one of training camp.
Yeah.
Kaput. See you later.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Blows his knee out.
Goodbye.
Wasn't he ruptured his Achilles?
What'd you say?
He ruptured his Achilles, I thought, right?
Oh, it was his Achilles, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was, he's going to be out for a long time.
It was his Achilles, yep.
Yeah.
He got the Erik Karlsson.
Just brutal. But, I mean, not much going on here for Ottawa. They are going to be the very last team in the league. Number 31, no doubt. Not very good.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Tampa Bay Thunder.
Lightning for the Thunder. Thunder.
There you are.
Be the Thunder. Fans, they be the Thunder.
Because they got the Thunder Sticks.
The Thunder Sticks.
Thunder Sticks.
Thunder Sticks.
I
need a beverage.
Tampa Bay.
It's going to be the same as last year, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to have just a repeat of what they did last year. Obviously, they're going to be looking to get past round number 3, which I think they might be able to do. Once again, a lot depends on Stammer being healthy. Nikita Kucherov is going to do what he does.
Hedman's going to do what he does. Vasilevsky's going to do what he does.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about the Tampa Bay Lightning here. They're going to end up putting up another pretty decent season. I'm very interested to see if there's any difference with Yzerman no longer at the helm. I want to know how that's going to end up playing out for them.
Yeah, that was a weird situation.
I'm very
random out of the blue.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying he only had 1 year left on his deal. Wanted to hand it off to somebody that deserved it, that was in their system for a while, and now he's going to get ready to go to Detroit.
Yeah. It sounds like there's something else in the line here.
Yeah, something's going on there.
Hashtag fire Bowman, hire Yzerman.
It's not going to happen.
I know.
But, I mean, if there's any team in the league that... The thing about the Lightning, they're the new Capitals, I think, personally, because they're probably going to win the President's Trophy. They're going into the season probably number 1 for odds to win the Cup. Most people are expecting them to win the Cup. I mean, you're fucking stacked. I mean, your D is Hedman, Giordano, McDonough, Strawman, Coburn, and Sergachev. Like, that's fucking unbelievable. And then you have a team that's been there before. You got Callahan and Paquette on your 4th line. Like, that's a good 4th line. And like I said, I mean, most of these guys were on that team in 2015 when they went to the final.
Yep.
They've been to the Eastern Conference final last year. They've done it twice now in the Stammer era. But also in the Stammer era, they've only gone to the conference final twice. They've gone to the Stanley Cup final once, but they haven't won yet. Mm-hmm. And even though they're getting closer than Ovi ever did, the President's Trophy, best team in the league, can't get over the hump to win the Cup. And again, last year, they couldn't get over the hump to get the Cup. So, I don't know. I think they're going to be a playoff team. I think they're going to be in the running for the President's Trophy. Like always, I think they're going to be number 1 in the division. But I don't think they're going to win the Cup.
Yeah, they're odds-on favorite right now for the Cup. They're at 8-1.
I know they're not the actual favorite, but I mean, just
betting odds they are.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, 8-1.
Okay. Because I know once Tavares went, the Leafs became the favorite, but I was like, no, there's
Toronto's second, according to this site at least. Toronto's 9-1.
9-1. Yeah, I mean, they're solid all the way through. It's just whether or not they can put it together for a full season, and
John Cooper can keep them together in the playoffs.
Not have any injuries to guys like Johnson or Stammer or Killorn. Yeah. So, I mean, that's really what it's going to depend on. So, plus, lots of hard miles put on these guys at a pretty young age. So that's going to end up having some wear and tear at some point.
And plus, Stamkos has had some serious injuries over the past couple of years. So
yeah. So we'll see. I got them second in the Atlantic.
No, I got them first.
Yeah.
I think they got the division again.
Yeah.
First in the
They're
league.
a good fucking team, man.
Okay.
They're a good team.
All right, Nolly.
Top three. We all know who the top three is going to be, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was the same as last year. It's going to be the same top three.
All right, time for you to bring it home, Nolly.
Here's the moment everybody's been waiting for. It's Toronto Maple Leafs.
Who I actually do have at first place in the division.
I think they got second this year. I think they're going to take second. Biggest...
Makes me sick.
Biggest.
I'm literally looking at the number 91 on the back of a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, and I'm getting physically ill.
I'm getting physically horny. Biggest issues with the Leafs right now. Willie
Defense.
is still unsigned.
Not only that,
he's still not in the country.
That's my big thing.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them even talking since the last time they talked. He's asking for 8. Leafs want at 6. I mean,
and I'm going to tell you right now, if they oversell on Willie, it's going to ruin everything they're trying to build. It's going to completely fuck everything so hard because just the minimum of $2 million is enough to completely break down what this salary cap era roster is going to end up looking like.
So that's the thing. Obviously you want to keep the three-headed monster together. Matthews, Marner, and Tavares. Nylander. Nylander obviously wants to get paid. Marner's obviously going to want to get paid. Matthews is obviously going to want to get paid. Matthews is going to want to be around Tavares. You have to pay Matthews. You have to. He's your golden child. He's the one. Everybody's saying that Marner is probably going to sign around 8 or 9, and I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's worth it. I think, he's about a 7, and I think, actually, I would prefer Willie over Marner, personally. I know a lot of people prefer Marner over Willie, but I think Marner goes through dry spells way more than Nylander. But anyway, I think they're both around $6-7 million guys. Obviously, you're going to want to get paid. You're going to say the most and meet in the middle. But the fact that they haven't met in the middle yet with Willie makes me upset. It makes me upset because Willie's just trying to get paid, and he's not doing what a guy like Ryan Ellis in Nashville said. He thought $6 million was fair to him. It was enough money, and he wants everybody else on the team to look at what he did and take a reasonable deal so that they can keep that core together. Like, to me, that's a no fucking brainer. I understand.
Right.
Nashville, it's no state tax, and Toronto's one of the heaviest tax places, but you're going to get so many more fucking promotions out of that area. Like,
and also,
stupid.
At the same time, it's not like you're going to end up going broke here. I mean, you're a professional fucking athlete.
Yeah.
And you're going to be okay
your
here.
brother's in the NHL and your dad played in the NHL. You're going to be fine.
God, I don't understand how this isn't a more common thing with athletes, not just hockey players, just athletes in general. You don't have to get paid more than the next guy. I get you want to get.
This conversation is hilarious too because of how underpaid hockey players are compared to the other three other major sports.
And I get you're trying to make the most money you possibly can. Like, good for you, absolutely. And if a team gives you that, like, it's their fault, it's not yours, you're just trying to get as much as you can. And fuck, $8 million to a guy like Willie Nylander in any other league, 100% would be worth it. But in the NHL, it's rough. And when you want to go and build a core like you have with Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and Tavares, you have to sign smaller contracts. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
But once he is signed, knock on wood, and also Marner, fucking Leafs better sign him now because his points are going to go fucking through the roof playing with Johnny T.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to end up asking for 9 or 10.
Yeah. And
there was already rumors saying that he was going to ask for like 11.
That's a hard no. No, he couldn't ask for more than Tavares is getting. But anyways, I mean, you got Matthews, Nylander, Marleau. You got Marner, Hyman, Tavares. You got Nazem Kadri, Kasperi Kapanen, Andreas Johnson. And then it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, Tyler Ennis, he actually looked really good in their preseason game so far. Connor Brown's always a solid player for them. Toronto homeboy. I mean, with that three, I mean, Matthews, Tavares, Kadri down the middle is fucking just stupid.
Best 3 down the middle.
Just absolutely
in the NHL.
Stupid. And Kadri's on a fucking deal and a half. But then, I mean, the D, obviously, it's their downfall. I don't think it's as terrible as everybody thinks it is. It's not great, but it's not atrocious. Morgan Riley and Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey is a little slow, but everybody needs a thumper, Johnny. Riley and Gardner both could have been better in the playoffs. Gardner, Zaitsev, Dermott, Carrick.
Connor Carrick, who just won the Ironman Award for training.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, though.
Preseason training.
Oh, and also, off the books, Roman fucking Polak, that fucking scumbag piece of shit. Guy
I am surprised at how long that took to come
guy
up.
Guy fucking wears 2 left skates and fucking skates in circles. Guy is a fucking joke. Good luck, Dallas. I'm glad he's in our division, the Hawks division, and not on the Hawks team, because I want to see Patty Kane do dirty fucking things to this guy, because he's a fucking joke. Oh, and just the Toronto Maple Leaf legends, Nathan Horton, Joffrey Lupul, whatever.
Yeah. Joffrey Lupul, who's still hurt.
Yeah. Another thing, I mean, Freddie Anderson's their guy. He was solid for them last year. He's a really good goalie for them last year.
Is it time for Sparks to come up and just take over that backup role?
I was going to say McElhinney and Sparks have been going at it for that spot, and it's going back and forth between these preseason games, and they're both looking really good.
It's going to be McElhinney.
It's going to be McElhinney. Probably give Sparks one more year, and then I think Sparks is up because McElhinney's contract's up after this year. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, they just re-signed him to a 1 year, I believe.
Yeah. And Sparks, I mean, the kid won Calder Cup. He was awesome for the AHL team. I think it's time for him to get a shot. And somebody was asking how his Calder Cup party was, and he said it was okay. I didn't have to go too crazy. It's not the trophy I want. And I'm like, fuck. Nice.
Come back home.
Baby, come back. Unless, he gets traded to Chicago, which I wouldn't be upset about.
That's what I fucking wished they would do, to be honest with you.
Do you want to make an additional bet?
Oh.
Like, and
no, like beers.
Okay.
Like a new bet. Because they're going to win a cup with Freddie Anderson.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
100%.
You
don't think Freddie Anderson's going to be on the team this year when they win the cup?
I still...
Rattled.
No, I think he's going to get hurt.
So he still gets his name on the cup.
Take his knees out. I still don't think... I still just don't think that he's good enough. I really don't. He does not come up in the big moments. I mean, I go back to Game 7 last year. I go back to Game 6 2 years ago, to where they really needed him to show up, and he didn't. I go back to Game 7 against the Blackhawks, Game 5 where Jonathan Toews just completely ruined them. Big moments don't go well for Freddie Anderson.
Okay, Game 6 2 years ago, that team was not supposed to be where they were at.
Okay.
He stood on his head and played a lot better than he should have.
I agree with that. There are games where he is incredible and he can be one of the better goaltenders in the league. 100%.
Game 7 last year, I don't think it was his fault. Defense fell apart in front of him.
He didn't help.
He didn't help, but neither did the defense.
No, but that's what he's there for.
But also, the D needs to be better.
I understand that, but when they're not good, that is his job.
That's fair. But also, I think they're going to make a move at the deadline for a D.
Yeah.
To really make it in cement. Like,
Yeah.
This is the time.
This is it. Yeah.
Because
Seabrook? Or are you thinking younger?
2 years ago, I would have said yeah.
You're looking younger then?
I don't know. I'd have to look around, but I don't know.
He's got to make his deal first, you
Yeah.
guys.
I gotta call Kyle.
We can't just pull this up on him.
Yeah, me and Kyle got to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know.
Worry about
worry
signing Nylander first, and then you can worry about that.
Exactly. We need a good Willie on our team.
Oh, good Lord. I don't know. I still have them at number 1 in the division just because of their offense. It's beyond elite.
And another thing about last year's playoffs, their big guys didn't step up.
Yeah.
And I think getting Tavares is huge because he can obviously step up in the few playoff rounds that he has had.
Yeah.
And he's going to be harder than a 12-year-old in a fucking strip club. When they get when they're fucking in the playoffs in Toronto, like he's going to be fucking rock.
Damn it, Nolly.
So, and it's going to get the rest of the boys going. So I don't think Matthews had 1 goal in the playoffs last year in 7 games. That's not going to happen again.
Was it a Jim Dandy though?
Oh my goodness! That I've been watching that highlight all summer because, wow.
All right. Well,
All right,
think
so
that about does it.
Yeah, one quick thing, real quick. One
Yeah.
bold prediction from the East.
What?
One bold prediction you have from the Eastern Conference.
Um,
I'll start. I got Buffalo making the playoffs.
wow, that is extremely bold.
Wow.
I have Artemi getting traded. Probably out east, might be somewhere like New Jersey.
That's not that bold, but whatever, dude. Take the easy way out, like you have been.
That's what I'm here for. Okay.
Ottawa gets relocated.
Ooh, that's a good
Bold.
one. That's a good one.
Extremely bold.
Bold.
And I'll say Nolly, with that whole Toronto talk, you turn me. I am. The Leafs are my team in the East this year.
Here we go.
Sorry, Poets.
Well,
Hey, come on. Fuck.
Maple.
That costs more than you.
Well, that just about does it. This has been a 47-hour podcast.
After not doing it for a million years.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back with the West some point
next
probably
year. For next
after
year.
the New Year.
My predictions will be great by then.
Yeah, my predictions are going to be spot on. So
Yeah, I've got all 14 teams coming in 14th positions in the West. Promise you that.
All right. Well, that just about does it here for Poets, Nolly, and Jarom.
And Maple.
And Maple, because she's been annoying all night long. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Bye.
One love.
Follow the guys on Twitter at WCBP, on Instagram, WCB Podcast, and like them on Facebook, The Windy City Benders Podcast. The Windy City Benders Podcast.